Well, guys, we flew down to Pennsylvania, bought us a brand new to us Freightliner Argosy. I told you guys we'd be replacing blue collar of the Cabover with something new. Eventually, we've got the Peterbilt 352 project going on, but we needed something that we could put right to work and have some fun with. Here it is, a 2007 Argosy with a 14-liter Detroit, 10-speed trans, and it is low to the ground. There's some other cool trucks back here in the shop we're going to check out. So Lake and I flew down here. It is 11:45 midnight right now to meet Mr. Jason here. Did I get that right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah. And he's got all kinds of cool trucks, and he had this thing posted up on Facebook Marketplace. I had like 4 or 5 people send this thing to me. And then I sent you a message, and I figured it was already pending, but you called me the next morning and said, hey, I want to give you a chance to buy this truck. And I sent him a deposit immediately and got a wire out a couple days later, and we got it bought. So real quick, you've got all kinds of cool things matching. What's the story behind the stripe job and the matching trucks?
We striped another Freightliner cab over like this a couple years ago, kind of a variation of a classic Freightliner paint scheme.
Yep.
And it just kind of stuck. I ended up striping a couple trailers, so now I'm stuck striping everything, as you can see.
Yeah.
And it's become kind of a family joke that Dad has to stripe everything.
Yep.
So I just play on that. So I stripe, if you go up in our garage at the house, our scooters are striped.
Oh, really?
You know? And so that's kind of how it evolved. But at this point, I'm just rolling with it.
Hey, I think it's an awesome look. We sent this picture of this truck to our buddy Brian Martin at 4 State Trucks, which you mentioned, you know. And I said, hey, we found the truck with your colors on it. And I'm glad we came out here because this thing is in beautiful shape. I mean, it is like, I don't think I'd own an Argosy unless it was a day cab looking at this thing now, because they do look funny. But in the day cab configuration, it definitely is just kind of set apart with it being super low to the ground. This thing is, you ever seen a truck that sits this low?
Not that you have owned, but
Usually I always put the biggest tires on them
I know.
and make them look beefy.
Keep the same size tire, but 24.5s.
Yeah.
Will look good.
So on top of this truck being low and all this, I just looking at it, I think it has a California look, but you bought it from California. So
Yeah.
Can you give me some background? It has a rebuilt title, but there's a good reason behind it.
Yeah, so it came from California. A kid actually brought it in to Pennsylvania. Didn't own it very long. I picked it up. I say we saved it from CARB.
Okay.
Because these trucks would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
I've done 3 or 4 over the years that guys call me and say, hey, I'm not getting registration. So it's kind of a cool way of saving an old truck. We kind of had fun with it. We got it back. I bought it for the drivetrain.
Yep.
But once I got it back, I just made a decision it was too nice to part. And so we've just been picking at it for the last couple of years. Like I said, it's like the ultimate CDL test truck.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of people have taken advantage of that.
Short wheelbase.
Yeah. But for me, like I was telling you earlier, the fun is in the build. Pretty much is everything we wanted to do to it's done, and I'm just glad that somebody else is going to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. It's going to be the first time we've ever bought a truck that really doesn't need anything at all.
It's something new for you, Bruce.
And this is a project that we don't have to finish because it's already finished, so people can't say we don't finish projects.
Exactly. This is something new for you.
Big facts. So Jason, this is the truck, this Western Star, that you bought this truck for the drivetrain as backup, right?
Right.
This thing is low. So you said it was a car hauler truck originally? Because people are going to see this in the background and want to know everything about it, so we got to tell them. But
Yeah, so it was a car hauler, one owner, one driver truck. I looked at it at Facebook Marketplace, and it was ugly. It was purple with that Western Star peeling paint.
Yep.
Had the rack on it, but I always thought these trucks would be cool without the rack and some big tall pipes. I just took a chance on it, tore it down, and we just did a quick flip paint job. But then I started driving it. I was like, you know what, I really like this truck, and now it's going on 3 years. But it's just a good old truck. It rides good. It turns good. It does everything I want it to do. So I don't know if it's a forever truck, but I really enjoyed it.
it definitely looks cool.
And it's something different. I've had Camrys, I've had Peterbilts, I've had Freightliners. As far as the build quality of the Western Star, I know like their brand loyalty is pretty high because it is a quality truck, and it's tight. But going back to the Argosy, you were saying as far as the day cab.
Yep.
When I bought this truck, I'm like, it's just goofy enough that it could be cool.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my goal.
so you're talking about whites and stuff like that. We had a white GMC Volvo. It literally had all 3 names on the cab.
Yeah.
A while back, day cab, but had a 3306B in it. So really underpowered with a, I think it was a 7 speed, no air, nothing.
Yeah.
And it was a day cab with 10,000 original miles on it.
Wow.
But it had no AC. It did have power steering. And it was a day cab. It was really cool, but it didn't fit the bill in Florida with no air condition. So this will be the first day cab with air condition. So super excited about it. So moving on, this thing has got a 14-liter Detroit, 10-speed trans. I've always wanted a 14-liter because you said this it's been turned up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's got a reasonable tune in it. Just seems very responsive. But like I said, it's a little hot rod. I mean, I don't know what the lightweight is in it, but it's got to be silly.
Yeah. I mean, there isn't much to it.
Right.
I was looking under here, under the deck plate there. That's pretty cool. I was like, it's got a 2-piece drive shaft in it, but I was wrong. It's just a 1-piece shorty because the transmission is right there. It's real similar to the Scania's, the wheelbase.
Yeah, if you
That's
do the
really
math
similar.
on drive shaft length,
Yeah.
you lose a lot of energy through your drive.
Oh, a
shaft.
ton of
That's why
torsional
diesel
rotating
pusher,
mass.
Coaches perform so well.
Yeah.
They're basically direct drive.
Exactly.
So this is about as close as you can get to direct drive. I think it's like a 155 wheelbase.
That's short.
Yeah.
The Peterbilt, the show truck is 295, so it's double the length. And this thing has got some small tires on it, 255 70s. I don't think I've seen these. These are like what you'd see on like someone that put dually wheels or semi-truck wheels on a pickup.
On a pickup truck, yeah. Yeah, I run 255s on everything.
I saw that.
About 5 years ago, my tire guy
Wow.
said, I got 100 tires for $100 a piece if you buy all 100 of them.
What?
I'm like, that's me.
Wow.
That's me. Sign me up.
Literally. Pinstriping on the rear end. So it's already had the power ram back here, so we can put some rear air hookups back here for our step deck. The only thing I'm worried about now is how low the fifth wheel height is and hooking up to like, it might not hook up to the RGN because it's going to be so low.
This fifth wheel height is profoundly higher than my Western Stars.
Really?
The pedestals are bigger, I know that, but it might.
It might. It might be real close to the day cab we've got, the green day cab 579. The frame is in great shape. So this was like hand painted frame. This isn't.
That's my dad.
It's not sprayed.
Roast oil in a brush, nice and thick.
Yeah. Dang.
Wire brush.
Got some quarter fenders for front fenders on the steers. That's different. That's cool. Wonder how many times we're going to stop for fuel on the way home, though.
42.5 times.
Right? Wow.
It might not be as bad as you think. I bet you'll fit.
Oh, at least, I'm sure. Yeah. It ain't going to take much to move it. I wonder how much it weighs. Can't weigh too much. Yeah, right? So, you guys looking from the outside in with it being a day cab, looks like it wouldn't have a ton of room, but you get in here. There's quite a bit of room still back in here for the seats to go. We're going to have to upgrade a air ride seat over here for Lake eventually. Wow, this thing is awesome. I am so pumped, guys. We're super tired, as you can see. Like, I've got bags in my eyes. We just cut a flight here, get this thing picked up. We've got a 11.5-hour drive home. Lake's gonna get some time in the seat driving. He's working on getting his manual endorsement. I'm so excited about this. This thing is awesome. Comment down below, guys. Were you expecting this? We gotta find maybe a chrome bumper on it, or maybe do we leave it as is and just rip it around and do some cool stuff with it. It's got a muffler on it. Definitely needs to be straight piped. Definitely. Moving inside, there's all kinds of cool stuff. Little dents and dings here, but that's to be had on a... Oh, dang. Oh, it's only power window on the passenger side. I was getting excited for a minute there. Like, it's got bruises, but just really cool ways of fixing it up. Kind of gives it character. That seat does sit really low, but you can see how much further back the seat sits with that cab, because there's a good 10 or 11 inches right there of seat to slide back in there. So it does have tilt steering wheel then? maybe?
That's a good question. Is there a footnote down there?
Yeah, it does. It's down here as a button. Okay. Pretty cool. She's got a shifter on the dash, very unique. Doesn't go into the floor. These trucks have a cable shifter, so there's a cable system that runs underneath here. Comes back here, the transmission right here, one of these cables here, and that's how it operates at 10 speed. So she's got all the standard stuff. We've got locking differentials, all that good stuff. Suspension drop. Oh, this shifter is going to be so strange to operate, but we'll figure it out. Got this little cooling fan. There probably has, he had something blocked off. Some nice lights inside. Those are sick. I'm going to get with our buddy at Brian Martin at Four States and get us some of the new glass lens lights he's got out. Really, really cool. Nice steering wheel. Oh. It's got some Scania stuff in it.
What?
It's got an air disconnect steering wheel. That's how the Scania is.
That's actually cool.
Well, the new Scanias. See, there's a button underneath the dash here to release the steering wheel. When you release it, it uses air pressure to release and lock it in place. The truck's got 470,000 miles on it. Good oil pressure. This thing's a freaking runner, guys. I'm so excited. Let's freaking go. I heard she has ice cold AC. That's exciting. And it's got a radio. We're off to a good start. Here we are, all pulled out the shop. This thing's lit up. It's gonna look so good cruising down the road. All the classic lights everywhere. Look at those things. Man, this thing's cool. Shout out to Mr. Jason for holding it for us and picking us up at the airport. Dang. This thing is so sick. The little fenders, I love it. That's just like the coolest part. She needs a straight pipe. No. Oh, dang. Before we get out of here and hit the road, guys, I'm going to show you this Western Star a little bit. He said he would sell it. Probably going to be like 110, 120 grand. Not cheap. Going to put a newer 14 liter in it here eventually. But this thing looks sick. Another really cool looking truck he's built here. So eventually he's going to put a rebuilt 14 liter in it. But this one's really cool. It was a car hauler at one point. It's got the same size tires and wheels in the back. He's a guy for the signs. I like the signs. Really nice touch. Got the, oh, look at that sleeper though. So it's got a pleated rear sleeper on it because this was originally a car hauler truck. And it's got a drop kit on the body. What do you think? I love the classic style right there. You don't see that hardly anymore ever. All the stickers just top it off.
Certified 30i.
Yeah. And it's an 18 speed. Dang. This thing looks really cool. Oh, there's just no CB in that truck either, is there? I have to put one in it. And it's got some subs in it. I see the bass knob. Really cool. Well, so if anybody's interested in this, maybe you got an email you can send me and we'll put it on here somewhere. Maybe we can get this one sold for you too. What's next if you sell the cab or you sell this?
I got a couple other projects kind of that I could jump on.
Some down the pipe with some stripes on them.
That's right.
You should put some stripes on your son's truck.
I said he's got to earn them.
That's funny. You gotta earn your stripes. Oh boy. Well guys, we got like 50 miles down on the trip so far. The truck runs phenomenal. It rides rough as crap because it is a Cabover with no load behind it with such a short wheelbase and these crazy low pro tires on. I'm definitely, Mr. Jason, I'm sorry, we're definitely gonna have to put some bigger tires on this thing. Man, I don't know if I can deal with how rough this thing rides with no trailer on it. As for some of the applications we're gonna be using it for, I plan on using this thing around the shop, moving the RGN around and stuff like that whenever we get in situations where it doesn't make sense to use Brutus, the Peterbilt. And I want to put this thing to work. We're done playing around with toys. We gotta put this thing to work. So maybe some newer Michelin, bigger tires we go this thing already. And so we're gonna hit up our friends at Four State Trucks, get some of the new glass lens LEDs. I've been looking for a project, put them on. I think this thing's gonna be Perfect for that. Another problem, it only does 65 mile an hour speed limiter on it, and since it's got these small tires on it, it's actually doing like 56 mile an hour. So I think if I unplug the speed sensor, we might be able to go a lot faster. Let's see what happens. So the speed sensor should be somewhere underneath this here decum plate, which is, oh, this ain't about to fly off of here. Oh shoot, that ain't none good. Oh, that's not good. See if we can find the speed sensor under here. All right, so I think I've successfully found it, got her unplugged, but this whole thing is loose. I need to grab some pliers inside and see about tightening it down, but it's kind of fitting with the speed limit on this here sign there, trucks being 45 mile an hour, but that ain't gonna work because we got like an 11-hour drive home. Let's go get some thing topped off with some diesel, and hopefully it should go faster. We got plenty of room for a little bit bigger tires, and maybe we can put it on air ride. Getting too far ahead of myself. I'm just super excited. This thing's gonna be such a cool truck to have around. It's like the same wheelbase as our Scanias. It's crazy. So guys, we were successfully doing like 70 to 75 mile an hour, and of course it wasn't reading right here, so our RPMs were like 1700 to 2000 RPMs. But after about 20 miles, it kicked us back and had a check engine light come on, so it's limited the RPMs to 1500. I think what I'm gonna do is shut her down a few times, and I'll be back ready to go on the road again. It just got pissed off since the speed sensor is unplugged, so I'll get back out, plug it back in. Maybe we'll actually have cruise control working once again too. Got the hot rod all parked up for the night. We just found us a hotel. Our deck plate is falling off. I don't think it's gonna make it the rest of the way home. We may have to ditch it and donate it back to the highway system, because it's not gonna fit in the front of the truck, and I don't know where to put it unless we find some bungee cords or ratchet straps somewhere. But let's get some rest. Guys, back out here this morning, we got our deck plate slid in the cab here. This thing was about to fall off. Didn't want to lose this really cool sign. It may be fake, but I don't think it's fake. What do you think? I think it's legit.
I think it's real.
So really cool old sign. We're gonna hit the road. We've got 8.5 hours ahead of us. About 600 miles-ish to go, so let's hit the road. Guys, we stopped here at a Freightliner dealership, and we're in Maryland, right? Something like that?
We're in Maryland.
And we got some guy here in the truck. He's gonna pull it in and get our speed limiter removed, and then we're gonna go get some new tires put on it and get this thing back to Tennessee sooner rather than later. Yep, grind it till you find it. It's gonna be you soon when you start driving it.
I hope not.
Right? There he goes, he's got it. It does look so good on the small tires though, but ain't gonna work hauling that low boy around. Well guys, our speed limiter is adjusted. It only cost us $225. Absolutely crazy, but I guess it is what it is, ain't it? We're here to get some McDonald's and get back on the road. Driver in training. This shifter is not the easiest thing to figure out and shift. You probably want to eat your sandwich first, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you eat your sandwich first? We made a stop at the Pilot. Mine. Figured we run into McDonald's and grab something quick, but that was wrong. It looks like a McRib.
Yeah.
Oh boy. We were gonna go move tires put on it, and I called this company right here. I said, hey, we'll be right over. I pull up in the bay. Like 5 people look at us as we're pulling in the bay, and not one person walked over to us after sitting there for like 2 or 3 minutes. I was like, I guess they don't want our business, so we'll just put tires put back on it, get new tires put on it when we get in town, instead of sitting here wanting to do business with someone that obviously doesn't really care about our business. So we're gonna eat and hit the road. We got a hot dog driving over there. This thing has got something severely worn out right below my feet. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like it might be something to do with the cab mount, because this side of the cab fits a little bit lower than the driver's side. Dang, look at the views. I can't remember the last time I got the right passenger on a road trip.
You are now.
Yeah. In a seat that doesn't have air ride. It's like a school bus seat.
It's rough.
Folks, we're about 400, more than that, about 550 miles down. We got about 300 left to go. We stopped here in, I think we're in Virginia, maybe somewhere. I'm not completely sure. This thing is getting rougher and rougher as the ride goes on. I want to show you what I think the problem is. So other than the fact that these tires being extremely small, I mean, this truck really looks really cool with them, but they're wearing really odd. So just that one tread right there is wearing in the center, like maybe these tires are coming apart or they're aired up too much. I'm not sure. The tire on this side's kind of got some weird wear going on also. It's wearing right there and right there, which I don't really understand why or how it's doing that. Really odd wear patterns there, but just need some bigger tires and some more sidewall. And it might ride a little bit better. I'm sure these things are aired up to the max right now. So I think we found one problem. This front bushing right here is shot. You can see that thing moving up and down inside there. It shouldn't be doing that. So it looks like we need to get front cab bushings for this thing. See if you can wiggle this one right quick. This side's good. Yeah, so we need to get a cab bushing for the front or sleeve it or do something. We just did bushings on a Cabover. Got us some truck and snacks, but look at this thing. Old Mack truck. Pretty crazy. Maybe that's their handle right there. This is Sparta.
That's what I was thinking.
Right? We just climbed up in the truck. Lake found this in the door panel. That'd be kind of dope for us to build like a Fitzgerald trailer to go behind it with the same wrap.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Or to build a custom short trailer. Maybe we find a pup trailer to go behind this thing.
Day cab trailer.
A day cab trailer? Oh boy, that is really cool. Look who decided to show up this morning. Back out here, we made it safely home and this unit crunk. Oh, it's so nice and tight and ready to rip. We're gonna get some roller shots of this thing. We got this brand new camera that everybody's been using all over social media. Ryan is in love with it. He's still learning to use it, but what do? You go to the camera first and then the shot?
Huh?
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay, hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Work with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah, oh shoot. They don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever.
ready to tow something with our new Cabover. Let's do it. So, to put this truck straight to work, we've got this chassis right here and this one right here to get put on the trailer and take them to Jamestown. This truck is obviously in pretty bad shape, but we're gonna hook this air tank here and it's gonna release all the brakes and we can roll it around and get it inside the shop, get the overhead crane, pick it up and put it on the trailer. Just like that, it should roll around. Alright, let's figure out how to work this overhead crane thingy. First time. I'm new here. That thing's 25 ton, Ryan. That might pick up your girlfriend.
Dude, chill.
Golly. Ta-da! I bet. You gotta see legs back and still. There you go. One drive shaft supported. Here he comes. So I think I made the decision, but we're gonna make this thing like extra beefy, right? We're just gonna put some bigger tires on it. Because we really needed a work truck for doing like the in and out day-to-day operations. Brutus is more like long haul. So, local truck, Brutus is like regional kind of work. We're gonna put this axle down. Yeah, I'll put the axle. So handy. One thing I don't like about it is when it's up, it holds all that water alone. So we might be able to flip it back up because I don't think we're going to need that. Come on back, come on back, come on back. Well guys, we got this stuff all chained down and tightened up. We are gonna have to pick this trailer up as high as it'll go, and unfortunately I can't find anything to really support it. So we're gonna get it over to the shop first thing Monday morning. We're gonna get some big tires to this thing. I'm thinking, man, probably, so I thought about doing like low pro 295s, but I think we're gonna go ahead and put like 11R 22.5s and just get it picked up because I need to use this thing for work. So Yeah, Brutus, little update. We're waiting on a fuel tank I ordered from Peterbilt to come in. That's the hold up with that thing right now. All right, guys, we've safely made it up here to the shop with the old Cabover. That thing did pretty dang good coming through the hills. I think we need to turn up just a little bit. Trailer scraped ever so slightly on some turns, but we made it here. Got Lake pulling the rotator out here. We're gonna get it backed up and use it to get these two trucks unloaded. I know a lot of you are probably wondering why we're not doing anything with the rotator. We're working out some details with some other tow companies to find ways to work together, and that's coming up very soon, and I'll keep you all updated on that. But for now, we keep it stored in the shop here, and we use it every now and then to unload trucks here because we don't have a big overhead crane to put them out here on the yards, and this thing works perfect. It's the perfect mobile crane. Something about having a mobile crane is just awesomeness. So get her activated. All right, we're gonna get these cables completely spooled out here, get the boom up, we'll get this first truck off, put it over there, we'll get this one unloaded, and we can even move this one around with the telehandler afterwards. All right, guys, we're figuring this stuff out. I've been watching some YouTube videos on doing this stuff. We want to keep that boom as high, straight up as possible. The longer it's out more horizontal, the less picking up power we have with. Granted, this truck and everything right here probably weighs like 12,000 pounds, so it's nothing crazy for this wrecker, but we still want to take all our precautions as possible. We got all of our outriggers out, extended, weight off the tires. A little overkill, but we're doing it. We're doing it. Guys, there you have it. We got both these trucks unloaded. Meantime, getting some practice in on running the old remote here. And yeah, let's get this little Cabover pulled in. We're gonna pull a couple fenders off of it because we put bigger tires on it. These little quarter fenders that are on it, they're gonna have to come off. So let's get this thing pulled in. Hopefully it'll clear. I don't know. Trust it's pretty dang low. Pull it down that hill. It's gonna be awfully close. All right, so we got this thing in the shop. as you all know, we've got an abundance of aluminum fifth wheels, tire and wheel sets, but I really want to use this thing for more than just. There's ghosts in here.
Dude, I'm telling you, try being here alone.
So these tires right here are super short. They're so short. They're 36 inches tall, not even, they're like 35 and a half. So they're, these would go good on your Challenger or Charger.
They would actually fit. That's what I
They
have.
got more tread than tires you on your car do have too.
No.
Anyhow, so I want to put like an 11R 22.5. I would say you guys are probably like, oh, put all those new tires you got on it back there. I would do that, but these wheels are already like polished out really nice. And by the time I put those on here, polish them out, and then try to sell these, it would almost make more sense just to go ahead and sell these right here. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I just want to put 11R 22.5s on here and a little bit more of an aggressive tire. And I'm thinking about putting like a single wheel on the front, like what we used to have on Blue Collar. Comment down below what do you guys think about that. But our fifth wheels, we just measured it. We took this bolt out right here, and it's exactly 37 inches hole to hole. So the fifth wheels we have over there will bolt down right in place of this thing. We've got to get rid of these because when we put a bigger tire, they are going to be way too close. So we're going to end up having to put a different style fender on it. I know we just bought this truck, we're changing it all up, but we need to adapt it to our needs. We need to be able to pull the RGN with it and pull every other trailer in the fleet. And right now, in this configuration where it's really low, it's just not going to work. But I do want to jack the cab up. Let's do that. We need to get that sign out of the back seat. Let's have a look-see at this engine before we get out of here. We found our first official shop sign.
Dude, those things are actually big.
Well, yes.
Hold up.
That's how big they are in real life.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, if you figure you go to that side of the shop and look at it, it looks a lot smaller. But
Dude.
back in, that shows you how old it is. Truck speed limit used to be 45. This is an oldie. Maybe someone can carbon date it for us. I don't know.
Carbon dated.
It's old school, dog. All right. We need to see what else is in the cab. We need to get out so we can jack this thing up. I don't know if there's a lever or jack here for it. We have to use
Oh, that's
one
the
of
deck
those.
plate.
Yeah. Check this out.
Oh, wow.
That was in there too.
Did Blake draw that on his way down there?
Yeah. And I do not miss this. I wonder if we can find an air ride kit for this thing for the cab. So it's not the front end that's so rough. It's the back axle. Oh, we need to check that bolt right quick too. Yeah. So there's a couple of things we found wrong with this unit. We'll look at right now. I guess I'm gonna jack it up. Oh, I should probably do that one right back down. Well, there you have it, guys. Since this thing is a 14 liter, it had an EGR. Someone's already bypassed that, it looks like. But no DPF or anything like that, so nothing scary there. This thing is actually pretty clean. New AC compressor. He wasn't lying about that. Look at that tire though. Oh my goodness. That's the other thing. We need to get this thing alignment done on it. You got drum brakes. Breakers look good. The wiring harness, everything's just in such really good shape. But I guess it is like 20 years newer than the old Cabover, basically. This thing is what we need right here. Look how it's cracked. And I think there's one on eBay.
Oh, how did that happen?
I don't know. I think that this thing got in a wreck before, or the door swung open really hard one time. Uh-oh. I see an oil leak. You see that? Right there.
Yep.
That might be the dang old football gasket. I don't know.
Look at those small horns.
What?
Your small horns?
Small horns?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get a hold of our boy Spencer. Here, they sent us some train horns for one truck. We didn't even put them on it yet. Huh. All kinds of stuff going on here. Pretty solid truck, I think. It's crazy how it's just like an engine. It's all just drivetrain. Nothing, no space wasted on this. This is like as bad as close as you can get to a Scania in the USA.
Yeah.
With the length, the engine, and all that. I think we definitely need to put these things like this back on it. Like these mud flap things they built. We'll just have to move them back to the spring hanger and cut that huck out.
It's kind of odd.
That?
Yeah.
Well, they had to make it because I think it looks cool. And then they added this to cover the gap. So we got a banger long video here. It's been 7 days since we posted, 8 days. The reason we haven't posted is because Ryan doesn't ever want to film.
Are you kidding me?
Super problematic.
You can ask Lake. That's all we talk about at home is Bruce not wanting to make a video.
Because I want to make a good one.
Well, typically it's Ryan saying he likes posting old videos because they're already edited. You don't have to
No, Lake. You're such a liar.
What do you say?
I literally say I hate posting old videos
Alright, we gotta figure out how to open them.
because it doesn't get any views.
This grill. Is there a lever in here? I don't see one.
Look at that license plate. That's cool.
Oh, it's got a tracking device on it, dude. Yeah, look.
It's the Apple tag.
I'm dead serious. Get some cutter pliers. I'll cut this thing out.
Dude, that plate is cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool things on it.
I'm gonna take that off and put it on my car.
Now it's not going to start.
Probably not. I'm not gonna cut the wire. I'm gonna cut the zip tie.
Oh. Someone planned on taking this thing back, Bruce.
This is 100% a tracking thing. I'll have to ask Jason we got it from if he put it in there. He probably did because with the car dealership stuff they do.
Carbon fiber.
Performance chip.
Look at that thing. Definitely something going on with that. Alright, well, we need to look into that too. This wired in all kinds of stuff. Alright, back to finding the cab.
ADHD.
He's got some.
Hey, it'd be cool if this thing was twisted.
Yeah.
That ain't no Scania.
You would think it would just pull up. Little latch. There it is. Found it. On one side. Boom.
What?
There it is. Wow. Does this fold down now? Maybe? That'd be too easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Actually, I think it's on that side. That little latch thing right there. What's that thing?
That holds the hoses and, or the shift cables.
No, it's bolted down. Right here.
Ooh, hear that knee? Listen.
Ooh, satisfying.
I'm getting old. Gotta find a way to pick the cab up. Oh, I see how the bushing bolt's in there. More your ghosts, Ryan.
Dude, that was a man bear pig.
All right, let's figure out how to. All right, so we are going to work on one thing really quick. We need to see if this bushing is truly bad, so we can order that. So the next time around, we can have all the parts here when we go to work on this thing. Just pick it. There you go. All right, now we can get that cab out. Right there. I think she's blown out, like. Grab the impact.
Blown.
Well, that's about as simple as it gets, old son. So the other problem is jacking this up.
Yeah.
Pry bar it is, hey? Or actually, whenever we picked it up from the whole freaking thing.
It's the nut.
We gotta get the ratchet wrench. We'll have to take it loose from that.
It's the nut. Or the bolt. 100% it's the bolt.
You think?
Yeah, because this rubber's not even moving. The bolt is. Either the bolt's bad or the little metal sleeve in it.
Alright, grab that wrench. Gotta be careful not to kick all this around. Now is that bolt gonna come out on that side? to leave the washer behind. Bolt looks good. Yeah, it's the bushing. That boy blown out, boy. It's like, how can I say it? I wonder if we should just go ahead and, let's check this side right quick. That old prying apparatus. That side's good.
That one's got about 436 miles left on it.
It probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and just do both. What do you think?
Yeah, I would.
That would definitely hurt.
All right, well, being that we are a Freightliner parts dealer at FCR, we'll get some new bushings. And that loud noise won't be happening in front end. Well, guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Comment down below to any of those questions I had throughout the video. I'm super excited to get to do all kinds of cool stuff with this thing. I've always wanted, now we finally got a newer truck, right? With a non-emission engine, 14-liter Detroit. We can turn this baby up, tune her up. I know the low profile look looks really cool, but I think picking her on up a little bit, making her useful around here, and us putting the day cab to true work every day is gonna be fun. We've been using the heck out of that green day cab. If you watch our videos on like Facebook and Instagram, you'll see where we've been using that thing like crazy. Last little update, we've got new tires and wheels coming for the black Scania. So videos coming on that in the near future. And our Peterbilt 352 Cabover, we have a huge pallet of parts that'll probably be the next videos coming out this week. Be paying attention, guys. See you later. Peace.